All right, I love watching great pickleball action, and I know you do too. So let's take a look at some of the pros. Let's begin by IDing our players, Simone Jarjim and Lucy Kovalova. They are taking on the mother-daughter duo of Lee and Annalie Waters. Look how in sync they are, even with their swaying back and forth. Let's watch this point, and we'll break it down.
Simone gets a friendly net bounce, but Lee there for it.
Another
and then
lob.
the lob, well placed. Lee able to track it down.
Oh,
Point! Annalie says enough of this.
I can't tell if she yelled come on or do better.
No, she's a server.
All right, what a point. We've got Kovalova and Jardim at the top, Waters at the bottom. This is at a PPA event. Love watching these four women play. So let's look at a few different key components from this one point. First of all, the dink depth. We often think that dinks should be really short shots, landing short in the kitchen, but take a look at where these dinks land. Like that's landing on or just behind the non-volley line. Same thing here. Dinks are typically fairly deep in the kitchen. There's just some exceptions, of course, but mostly they land kind of deep. And actually, the deeper the better because it forces players to have a little bit more challenge with the timing on those balls. Okay, so they're not super short shots. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so there's this idea that you can hit unattackable balls, something that the opponents cannot do something offensive with. But we're seeing more and more that even balls that in the past weren't attacked, pros are now starting to go after. Look at Lee Waters here. Look how low this ball is and on her backhand. It's below the net. She has to hit up, and she still decides that she's going to try to speed things up there. Now, I'm not saying it was the best choice or the best execution, but point is, there are very few unattackable balls these days. One of the other things we see with the pros is that they are never surprised when the ball comes over the net. Look how Waters comes forward to get that ball as it dribbles over. And what I like about this is that she is calm and cool as a cucumber out here. Doesn't pop it up, doesn't lob. She knows she's got to play a dink of her own so she can get quickly out of the kitchen, and she does exactly that. Look at this. Just as Kovalova is about to make contact, look where Lee Waters is. She's already back in position. She's already ready. And notice Annalie also ready. She's about 3 feet behind this non-volley line. She likes to play from back there. She's trying to support her mom, maybe draw the ball toward her because she knows her mom just had to hustle in the kitchen. But Kovalova keeps it going to the elder Waters. Okay, offensive lobs. These are important. Try to cause trouble with the high ball. And look at Jardim here. That is a nice lob down the line over Lee Waters. Look how Lee takes a step forward here. This is often something that we'll see, and there's sometimes kitchen violations because of it that happen even at three-quarter court. Referee Don Stanley, he is watching for that. One of the best refs out there, but there's not going to be a violation because she needs to let the ball bounce. She can't volley it. The lob is too good. Now here's a really neat part of this point, the cat and mouse aspect of it. So Lee Waters goes back for the lob. Annalie decides to not come back. Often intermediate players will come back. Annalie says, no, I'm going to hold my ground here. I think we're going to be okay. Well, she ends up being okay. But what is it exactly that happens here? How does she get this ball on that two-handed backhand and is able to hit a nice clean winner right through the center? Let's take a look. So with Annalie up near the net, she's the threat, and her mom at the back of the baseline is the non-threat. So the obvious target is that Simone's going to just push this ball back deep. Now, Simone is thinking, wait a second, Annalie is probably leaving that open on purpose because she's going to poach, and so I'm going to wrong foot her, I'm going to go behind her. Meanwhile, Annalie says, hey, wait a second, I think Simone is going to think I'm going to poach, and instead I'm going to stay here. Look at that little move to her right that draws the ball towards Annalie. That is the cat and mouse aspect of this game, these little subtle things that the pros will do, thinking about not just what they're going to do, but what their opponents are going to do. That is nice execution, and Annalie rips it through the middle. From one more angle, we see Lee Waters goes back for the lob. Annalie holds her ground up near the net. Again, trying to think about what your opponent is thinking about. There's the obvious down the line shot for Simone. Annalie able to go with a little fake poach, that's a little subtle move, gets the ball on her paddle. Let's look at this one more time, courtesy of the Pro Pickleball Association. These 4 women, 4 of my favorites.
1-4-2.
To watch out here, battle it out on the pickleball courts.
Simone gets a friendly net bounce, but Lee there for it.
Another
And then
lob.
the lob, well placed. Lee able to track it down.
Oh.
Oh, Annalise says enough of this.
I can't tell if she yelled, come on, or do better.